Hey gang, it's JC and this is your Daily Dose for Tuesday, August 10th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. We're available on your mobile phone now, or you can subscribe to the audio on iTunes down in the corner. That's where Dave Murray's obnoxious weather forecast is. Archives at the top of the page. It is Tuesday, and that usually means Celebrity Tuesday, but not today because there's too much going on, and a lot of it was going on at that ballpark in Cincinnati last night. I got to tell you, it's a good thing Chris Carpenter didn't know that Cincinnati second baseman Brandon Phillips made the comments about the Cardinals that he did. They're a bunch of little bitches. I hate all those little bitches. They bitch about everything. Because if Carpenter had known about that prior to the game, Brandon Phillips might be walking around without a head today. So you got Carpenter going out there. It was nice to see him start an important series rather than mop up at the end and try to salvage something. And Walt Jocketty, who's the general manager in Cincinnati now, and Dusty Baker, the manager, and Tony, they're all sort of friends, but there was some serious psychological warfare going on out there last night. They pick up Edmonds, put him right in the lineup. I mean, come on. But you got this knucklehead, who, by the way, went 0 for 5 last night, and Tony played it straight after the game and said, well, you know, we speak with our actions on the field. But then after that, he went and gave the real interviews and basically said, well, you know, you got Walt Jocketty and Scott Rowland and Jim Edmonds, and these are all former Cardinals, so this guy is really knocking his own players. So, I don't know, you know, as I said, Chris Carpenter didn't know what was going on. He was too busy yelling at his own shortstop last night. I like the intensity, but I think Chris is going a little over the edge lately. But we'll see. All I know is game on in Cincinnati, game 2 of that series tonight. Can't wait. How about this JetBlue flight attendant? You know, since 9/11, I do a fair amount of flying, not as much as I used to, but since 9/11, the flight attendants have become drunk with power, and the people have just become drunk, you know, the passengers. And it's just sort of a recipe for rudeness. So I guess by now you've heard the story, and the guy, the flight attendant, gets on the speaker system and just curses everybody out, grabs a couple of beers, yanks on the emergency door, goes down the chute, goes running across the tarmac, and runs home, and that's where they found him. So that's quite an exit, that's all I can say. All right, this new outfit by the name of WalletPop.com has released a list of the 10 worst places to live in America, and for a change, St. Louis ain't on the list. Number 10 of worst places to live in America, Memphis, Tennessee. A real spike in the violent crime rate down there, plus a lot of political corruption. Then you got Miami at 9, high crime rate, high rate of home abandonment because of the economy. Newark at number 8. Come on, it's Newark. You need an explanation? Number 7. Well, for a long time, I thought I really wanted to live in Phoenix, Arizona, and now the wheels are just coming off the whole place. All these foreclosures, the slowest rate of job and income growth in the major cities in America. Number 6, LA, traffic ozone. 5, Oklahoma City, everybody's fat. The obesity rate is ridiculous. Number 4, Vegas, highest foreclosure rate in the entire United States. Number 3, Detroit, dangerous. And home prices are way down. And every time I see Detroit, it looks like the place is on fire. Number 2, Cleveland, high unemployment, high rate of foreclosures, weather. And number 1, a place just on the Mexican-California border called El Centro, California. The unemployment rate is 27%, and the city finances are in such rotten shape, even the city-owned cemetery is in foreclosure. Yeah, I'd like to take that back. All right, in other news, the Kama Sutra is being released as an audio book for the first time. Now that's the good news. The bad news is it's read by Gilbert Gottfried. You just grab her leg and you don't let go. And the Emmys are coming up on August 29th, and for a lot of people that's just an opportunity to see all your favorite TV stars. And there's a little bit of an extra little juicer there this year because you've got Conan O'Brien against Jay Leno, and they've both been nominated for the Tonight Show, and that could be funny, especially if Conan wins. Jimmy Fallon is going to be the host, and we've heard now that he's going to do some sort of opening sketch with Kate Gosselin, and I certainly hope that Kate Gosselin can do something other than have multiple births, because I saw a little bit of her performance on Dancing with the Stars, and it looked like somebody trying to dance with those big old Jerry's Kids leg braces on. George Lopez, I got 3 words. I don't get it. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus a contraction, sorry. Anyhow, but I'm going to be watching tonight because Anna Paquin who is rarely on television, is going to be on from True Blood, so we might have to check that out. Meanwhile, Jane Lynch, who's got a hit show with Glee, it was all those Christopher Guest movies like Best in Show. She's going to be hosting Saturday Night Live on October 9th. The 36th season of Saturday Night Live kicks off September 25th. They have not announced yet who the host is going to be. John Mellencamp, Saturday, November 6th, Fox Theater. Tickets go on sale Saturday. Melissa Etheridge, tomorrow night at the Roberts Orpheum Theater. Not tomorrow night, Thursday night. Sorry, Thursday night. We know that Mel Gibson is off his rocker, and his 91-year-old father is too. Acorn, don't fall far from the tree. His father is a Holocaust denier, and now he says the Pope is gay. And that's the way to make friends, by the way. Tell everybody you think the Pope is gay. By the way, there is a St. Louis connection to Mel Gibson's father. I knew you wouldn't get it. Back in 1968, Mel Gibson's father, who's not stupid, he's stupid about certain things, but he's got a brain, he was the grand champion on Jeopardy in 1968, hosted by St. Louis and Art Fleming. Art, this is all your fault. All right, I'm going to try my best to explain this, and it ain't going to be easy, because Charlie Sheen beat up his wife on Christmas Day, and a lot of people have been wondering, well, why? Why did this happen? And she ended up in rehab, he ended up in jail, and all hell broke loose. Well, we've got the story, and it involves the Train song, Drops of Jupiter. Okay, I'm going to let you absorb that for a minute while I try to explain this. Okay, so Charlie Sheen had a daughter with his ex-wife, Denise Richards. And apparently they're very close, and apparently they share a love of astrology and astronomy. So, what he did for Christmas, he bought the daughter a telescope. And he said, even though we can't be together, you and I can look at the same star up in the heavens and we'll feel like we're together. It's sort of sweet, you know? So it turns out the wife, though, Charlie Sheen's new wife, is jealous of the relationship that he has with his daughter. And they start arguing about it. How come we don't have that? You know, that sort of stuff. So according to Charlie Sheen, before he choked her, pulled out a knife, and threatened to kill her, it all started with them just slapping each other on the wrists. Now, I got to tell you, I've gotten into some fights with women over the years, but I can honestly say that I've never gotten into a fight with a woman over a telescope. Rod Blagojevich, we are still waiting. The world waits for the jury to come back with something. In the meantime, the other Rod Stewart, who is 65, married to a 39-year-old woman by the name of Penny Lancaster, they're having another baby. Rod has 5 other kids from previous relationships ranging from 15 to 30. That's cute. He's got a kid for every decade he's been alive. All right, we got some bits and pieces here. I told you we had some news about your DVR. DVR would change your life if you don't have one. And it turns out DVRs are now in more than 1/3 of all American households. As a matter of fact, the number of DVRs since 2007 has doubled in this country, and it's screwing up the TV ratings. Because I don't know if you knew this or not, but if you record a show and you're a Nielsen family, that show gets credit for having been watched, even if they don't watch it, even if they only record it. And I know a lot of people do that. They record it, and then they're like, I don't have time to watch it, and they just purge it. Well, according to Nielsen, that show gets counted as having been watched. And there's a lot of time shifting going on. And a lot of stuff like on American Idol, where people don't want to sit through all the They want to see the performances, they want to see the outcome, and so they're just buzzing through the commercials, they're buzzing through all the chit-chat. And then you got the situation with a lot of really good TV shows on Thursday night, but a lot of people, especially young professionals, go out on Thursday night. So they're recording these shows and they're time shifting them, and sometimes they watch them and sometimes they don't, and so they got to come up with something. But one thing that I've always said, that people who are watching sports, football games, baseball games, college stuff and all that, you know, you don't want to watch that on any sort of delay, because you get this feeling that it's happening now. You also are afraid that your buddy is going to call you, did you see that play when he dropped in the end zone? You're like, I'm not there yet. Tomorrow, I got some good stuff. We have the real names of your favorite country and western music stars. So I'll get to that tomorrow. What else we got here? JC's Eye Candy today. I'm not a huge fan of like little funnies, the funny papers, you know, where you get like a single frame cartoon. But I found 12 single frame animal related cartoons, and we have them up for you, today's Eye Candy, and they're really funny, by the way. Also, yeah, they're just so stupid, they're funny. All right, JC's Video Village, we're going back to 1993 for the TV commercials that they ran when I went to work at 101 The Fox. And there's a story behind it, too. I'll get to that tomorrow. The Wayback Machine, Janice Huff, doing the Weekend Today show now, but back in 1989, she was on the Noon News on Channel 5 with Jennifer Blome. Not necessarily the news, as Whitey Herzog, it's hilarious. Tomorrow, America's favorite restaurant chain and the Pop-Tart Store and Museum and California Reefer News. That's it, JC's Daily Dose for Tuesday, August 10th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. In the meantime, hold on, don't go anywhere. There's the hat. There's the shirt. There's the sunglasses. Got to get the shoes off. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye!